Hi, my name is Sai Gunaranjan and she's my wife Vaishnavi. So we actually recently purchased this flat. It was an under construction one 2 years back, and then the name of the apartment is Adya Enclave. And once the construction etc. started, we started slowly trying to research on what kind of interiors, like what are the different companies, what are the works that they're doing, how is their works. So we did a lot of research. We went to a lot of places. We covered almost every part of Bangalore, trying to come up with the right set of folks for choosing the interiors. And that is when we came across DECFORT. One reason being we had a very good reviews and presence online. Some of the reviews were really good. That was one motivating factor. And the other was it is closer to Indiranagar. We stay very close to Indiranagar.
Yeah, so that is one more reason.
Yeah, that was another reason why we chose DECFORT. It was also closer, so any communications, any changes, etc.
It will be little easy for us to just go there
and communicate with them. You want to
add? No, actually it is through research only. So we went through almost many interiors like through online and all, but they actually accepted when the flat is still under construction, and they guided us for the electrical points and all. So actually, as you can see, we don't have any false ceiling. So all the points and all, actually they suggested us, like during construction only, if we go, we no need to go with any false ceiling and all.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. So basically, their inputs were what we liked really well was that they didn't try to maximize the expenditure. They wanted to keep that to a minimal. So at times we were suggesting some extravagant things.
Yeah.
But Nasreen, who's leading this project, was suggesting that don't spend too much here. Probably put it somewhere else. So those were very valuable suggestions. And also we started interacting with DECFORT, Nasreen, Hashim at the time of construction itself. So they kind of knew exactly how the apartment is going to shape up. The moment the walls etc. were erected, that is when our discussion started. So a lot of the changes we have done to our flat because it was under construction, so we could afford to make some changes. So some of those changes were in accordance with what we discussed with Nasreen. She gave some valuable suggestions, etc. And also regarding where to put the, she mentioned where all to put the electrical
points mainly actually.
Electrical points, plumbing points, what height should racks.
Because we want to minimize that electrical rework.
Yes.
So for that actually they suggested us most of the points.
Yeah, electrical points, etc. And then so we had several discussions with them over the course of 3-4 months, and we had some revisions of our design, and we were very clear that we wanted a very traditional, simple looking theme to run through. That is why we did not want extravagant TV units or false ceilings, etc. And they were also in line with that. So that is why if you see, there is a traditional theme that runs through the house. So we don't have a false ceiling, but we just have a border which is on the roof, kind of a wood element. So a lot of these suggestions, in fact, even the entrance, which has a wooden kind of a profile, all those also were suggested by Nasreen and team, Nasreen, Odia. And then so we our journey started and then continued for about 3 months. And then finally, with a lot of discussions, we converged on a final template. And that is when the carpentry works etc. started. And the other thing is that we had a very stringent deadline that we needed to move in by April 13th.
Yes.
And we had closed our final discussion of our project regarding the
only in March
2nd or February end or March 1st week.
March 1st week.
So we literally had only around one month, 40 days probably to finish the interiors and be able to move in.
Correct.
So I think the carpenters, led by Jitendra, Konda Reddy, Anil, they did a splendid job in actually completing the interiors, and we were able to exactly move in on April 13th.
Yes.
It was a very, very tight timeline, but they worked, they cooperated with us very well, and they worked really well, really hard.
And actually, we were able to move in by
April 13th. So we had literally 1 month and 12 days, and by then all volunteer works had to be completed, and they were completed. There were some few pending ones, but not. It was a stage where we could move in.
Yes.
So I think timeline-wise, execution-wise, it was flawless and perfect. And the carpentry work also, the workers led by Jitendra and other folks, they are professionals literally. So any work they would come, they would be so focused on their work, they wouldn't even talk
with each other also. So
they would just focus on their work.
They complete it and they will go. So that is very nice actually.
Yeah, their execution was absolutely top notch. And even in the design part, special mention to the Novia as well, Nasreen Novia. So each time we gave feedback regarding certain items, right, to change. They aptly took those suggestions. We had very, very long sessions, by the way. First session was about 7 hours, 6 hours. So every time we worked them for these changes, 4 or 5 hour sessions, they would, in a detailed manner, write down all the changes that we require and their suggestions, their inputs. And then each revision, they would come up with all those changes, and it only got better with the 3 revisions. So the design phase went very well, very smooth. And then once the execution started, as I mentioned,
even that is also smooth actually.
That was also very smooth. And one good thing is we kind of froze all our designs at the design phase itself, so there was not much changes for the carpenters. They just had to come, look at the document, and execute it as it is, no other changes. And so one thing we liked really well about DECFORT is that if you are clear about what you want, they will execute it to the T. So that is one very good point, because sometimes people go with no idea whatsoever, some people go with some idea. If you have a clear idea, the execution will be flawless. It will come exactly like how your design document is. So I think our house has come exactly
like the design document.
So yeah, you can comment further on.
No, it is actually exactly like the design document. So we are very happy with the output.